What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Farmstead. I'm joined by Alan.
Hello.
And David.
Hey, hey!
He's playing in a tree.
I'm in a tree!
Well, while you're going to do that, I'm going to go up to the old farm a minute.
Yep, I'm building a chicken coop.
Right, so what do you want me not to sell?
Don't sell the wheat for now. Yes, let me just have a look at sour prices list like. The barley's best price 113 is at 112, so the barley can be sold to the grain mill.
Are you keeping the wheat?
I would say keep the wheat for now. Let me get the wheat at least to begin with for. I've got the chickens what they want.
I thought we used to give the chickens a barley. No? Did we not give them barley?
I'll sell for better money. Barley's selling for 1100, wheat's selling for. But if you want to do it the other way then, because the wheat's best price is also at the grain mill is 1,227. Barley's, so you make slightly more selling the wheat and there's more wheat to sell, so yeah, fair enough.
No, I'm just because I was curious, because I always thought, like in 22, we used to give the chickens something else rather than wheat.
I think it was sorghum used to be the one.
I have no idea. So, Alan's.
Finding his seed.
Yeah, I'm playing sorghum.
I do apologise in the video if you do see any stock run to begin with. I had to mess around with a couple of stuff to try and get it to smoothen out a little bit. But there will be the occasional lag spike due to construction or whatever.
Don't forget Alan the rice fields as well.
They should be okay.
Well, I'm up here, so I'm going to
Give me a
check.
second.
And there we are, the chicken coop is placed.
Really do probably turn this rice field off for now. Not the rice field, yeah, no, I can't
No,
look
the
these
long
rice
range
fields
side
anymore.
as well.
No, I think it's a one.
Usually two
Oh.
floods.
Field 8.
But the other fields are alright, because they won't flood again.
Yeah, the one down on 4 should be okay because that didn't flood last time.
It was something I was going... David, can we turn that other greenhouse off for now with the rice saplings? Can we
Yeah,
actually
if you
turn
want
that?
to.
Can we turn it off?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
We could do with
Right.
probably turning that off.
So we now own 100 chickens.
Yeah, but you got. Where's the wheat? Is it up here? Where's the
barley.
Is it
Yeah,
up
I'm
here?
coming up for it now.
Where is your chicken? Just out of curiosity. So I know.
Right next to the house.
Okay.
There was a nice gap next to the house. I've given him a really big enclosure with the fence, and we've got 6 extra chickens in as a result.
Oh, right, okay.
It's kind of stupid the way that system works. So we can have 366 chickens. I bought 100. I'm hoping 100 will lay good eggs, but then they'll obviously breed 100 more.
Yeah.
So in theory, we shouldn't have to buy any more. And in 12 months, we sell them to Colonel Sanders or something.
Problem is, every time you say that, all I can pick up, what's the matter, Colonel Sanders?
Oh, I can think of his what's he wanted longest yard. I was like, Colonel Sanders be eating his own chicken.
Right, so you want me to take the wheat?
You take the wheat, sell it at the grain mill, which is the massive up just beyond fields, up beyond our farm. Just watch out, that trailer could be a little heavy for that tractor.
Maybe. But it's clonking around like it's empty.
Says me who's currently pulling a fully loaded trailer with an empty flatbed. Christ, that would be an interesting drive in real life. So I've got the tail heavier than the dog.
And I need to. Obviously, I'll go through a couple of. Bollocks.
You go through a couple of bollocks.
No, I'll go through them shorts again and see what was there and Roadhog.
You're the one holding me up, boyo.
I'm a tractor, that's my job.
What I might as well do is move the rest of the barley down into the silo down here, Anna.
Yeah.
Because at least it's closer.
Hmm.
So what I might just do temporarily is put the tipper sides back on this truck.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's free anyway. Once you own them, you can swap them for nothing.
Yeah.
But if the barley's down here, at least it's a quick flick across to...
Is it the grain elevator by the train? Did
the
you
grain
say?
mill.
Where the fucking hell? Grain?
You're going to the grain
there.
mill.
Got it. I keep forgetting we can tag things. Tagging's useful. That's weird.
Greg, you're it.
Are you actually, when you tag a place, you see in the corner light?
No, but you get like a red
Yeah, you get the red
circle with the meter. Yeah, I think they got rid of the Kona light.
Good. Okay. I was about to say, did they get rid? I was about to say, did they get rid of the corner light? But you know.
Yeah, so you get that like red circle in the corner, yeah. So
No, it does the when it does the usual when it's trying to load a map or load a part of the map or whatever. Gives me that occasional like gutter. Probably gone the wrong way.
no, you're not. You'll need to go. You can probably take a shortcut through where the stone place is if you want to. If you go through there, it's then your next right after that,
Okay, so
and
we've
then it's
got.
on your left. I moved a load of stones before we started recording, so I cleared the thing.
We've got 3 bags of cement ready here.
Alright, that needs...
Well, it don't. It'll need moving at some point.
Some point.
We'll get round to it eventually. Speed bump. All sort of a speed bump there. Look, I'm trying to like cross the road and you know, don't have to be an asshole and push your way in and try and overtake when I'm turning. Oh, impatient people, seriously.
Right, so it cost me nothing to put the tipper sides back on this.
That'll be.
Which means we can take them on and off for free, basically.
Yeah,
That's
that's handy.
Which means I'm going to grab all the barley, because...
That was 12 grand.
Yeah, but what was it, about 12,000 litres?
9.
So yeah, so it's not bad. What, did you not get a full load in that trailer?
This trailer holds more than 9,000 litres.
I was going to say.
There's only about 9,000 litres.
What was that?
That was weight.
So where's the rest? Because according to the thing, we've got like 70,000 litres a week.
Have you put, has somebody dumped it in the other silo?
Is it down in this silo?
Could be then, I don't
That
know.
nobody told me that there was some.
Yeah, but there's 57,000 litres. It must be, I didn't know that. That's why I didn't tell you, because I didn't know my bloody self.
Well, I'll have to come and pick that up then.
Sorry, that's my bad. I didn't know it was there.
Well, who? Well, the only person
You did the wheat last time, Chris.
didn't unload it though, did I?
I can't. What did I do? I might have done that for you.
I can't remember unloading it. That's why. If I'd have known, yeah, it's 50,000 litres here.
Oh, nice. Fair enough.
57,000 litres down at the this one. I mean, I might have to make another trip.
In that case, there should be about 60 odd grand, which is all.
Well, there's 28,000 litres in this trailer.
Yeah, which should be 30. So, well, that means by the time it's all that pretty much pays for the chicken coop.
Yeah. As long as we don't do what we did in our co-op competitive multiplayer series.
Which bit of that?
Crash the market. You remember when we crashed the markets?
Yep. No, you shouldn't do that. That's when you sell a lot. You should be able to do a couple of trailer loads without causing big trouble.
Well, where's the other stuff you want me to sell? Is that at the?
There's oats up at the other thing, 22,000 litres.
That's up at the other silo.
But if you, I can bring some of that down, but I can't carry it all.
I can go and get it.
So I don't know what's in this side down
God.
here.
I didn't, to be honest with you.
I think I need a. I think I
Need
need
a
a
push.
recovery truck.
You're not flipped yet, have you?
No, I'm going at 2 miles an hour. I need some more horsepower to, need to be able to stick a
Bit
tow bar
away.
to the back of that wheel loader, and it can drag me up the slight incline.
Right, so yes, that chicken coop takes 9,000 litres of feed.
Hmm.
So that's now full. So I'm then going to dump what's left in this silo down here.
Please no way I come over because I'm not come down the road or up the road because I'm not stopping. So if that was 12,000 off only 9,000 litres.
So I'm saying there's good money sat there. So we're now in the egg business, boys.
Nah, it's the
Exciting.
Well, that tractor you've got a front loader with it, and I don't know where the front loader actually is for. I think that's up at the other
I
farm.
have no idea where the front loader is for that.
We can always pinch the forklift from the shop or something
That
if we need to move
was
one.
35,000 odd for a full trailer load.
You want 29,000 litres,
About 20 odd thousand litres.
and there's a 29. So there's another one of those left yet, because there's 29,700 still down here.
Right, I think it'll be a trailer load in a bit then.
Well, you might leave the bit stuff like the chicken coop at some point or something. I don't know if it's take like 500 litres.
Yeah, if it's only, stupid amount of litres.
So there's 22,000 litres of oats which I'll leave up there. I'm going to see what else is in that silo. I think there might be some rice or something if there's
There's rice. I thought that was for production.
Well, see, the production might be able to take it.
But it might do now. Where's the canola?
I think that's up here. I'll double check. I'm nearly there now, so I'll have a look.
Yeah, it's up there because there's no canola.
How much is there? I might be able to bring it down for you and at least save you.
Where the hell do I find that out? Please hold caller. There's only 8,740 litres there.
Right, so I should be able to bring that down.
You got
There's 4,000
22,000.
long grain rice, 8,000.
22,500 litres of oats.
Yeah, the oats I think I'm going to have to leave up here because I don't think I can. Well, there's more than, because my full capacity is only about 14,000 litres, I think. Well, there's a few pallets here by the
Rice saplings.
No, I mean the production here that's doing. Is it bagged rice or something like that?
Oh, right, yeah.
Please take all of this. Please take all of this.
So, there is still 1,721 litres of wheat left. I'll sell this trailer, but then I'm not going to sell that other last lot of wheat.
There's no point, is there?
Come on, tractor, hurry up.
I can myself actually thinking about it.
What?
I'm gonna say what sells for more money, rice box or rice rolls? Rice box by the looks of it, like £8 a box.
Yeah, but we were just doing it all to sell anyways, weren't we?
Well, that's what, yeah, but I've got this. The long grain rice is now in here, and I'm like, do I do box or do I do rolls? It's like rolls sell for better money.
Yeah.
So I was just making sure whichever one I pick is the one that is going to work the best for us.
Hmm.
Right. How's that feel done?
Why, what were we doing?
It's planted the sorghum.
Oh, right.
It's going to want rolling in here.
Oh. You'll have to...
Yeah, well, I've still got grass field to do yet.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe we're doing them both and then just rolling them, getting the roller on and doing them both. Thank you, Alan. Good work.
Well, the rollers...
That.
The rollers...
Did we agree canola's good to sell now? 1900.
Yeah.
Best price would have been November, but 1900 is still not bad. There's like 8,000 litres here, so I might as well sell it.
Yeah.
I know we could hold on to it. I don't like holding on to stuff for year upon year.
No.
I know we take realism with a dose of salt in a lot of what we do of this game, but that's almost a bridge too far.
Yeah, but... I mean, sometimes we can't say that because we did hoard.
Yeah, well, I'm trying
for
not
the
to as much.
No, for the competitive multiplayer we hoarded.
Mm.
But it actually worked out, hoarding it.
Mm. Oh, it works out because there's literally no downside to it, but...
So all that stuff you just sold, it was about 80 grand.
Yeah, which...
Yeah.
Just over what David paid for the chicken coop just doesn't account for the chickens, I don't think.
That was only £5
Yeah, so basically we need to make an extra... We need to make £5 to cover chicken costs.
which I'm probably about to do with this canola.
What else have we got to sell? Huh?
David had me.
Don't repeat it.
How much you make? £57.50. Who gave the 50p? Everybody.
We've got the oats, but I don't. Where are they at?
Up there. Old farm. I've got the canola on my back.
What we do? Are we going to be selling it all of it? Because if we are going to sell all of it, then you might have to go and pick up the excess. Because I'll only get. Oh no!
I think you'll get it all in 20,000.
No, I'll get it all in one.
So I've moved all the barley down to the lower.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that.
So we've got, because if we keep that as chicken food.
Well, you might as well. The next lot, you might as well use the wheat. Get rid of it.
Yeah, I will do. What was I going to say? I don't think we've many, but unless there's pallets up there, there's like pallets of rice stuff.
I think we.
There's a couple of pallets of shrooms.
Yeah, I think we don't. We did do a sell of them, but
The problem is we've nothing up there to load pallets with right now. I don't think.
No, because
It's the tractor you're driving.
Yeah, but the last time I did was I'm going back up to the old farm anyways.
Yeah.
No, I think the last time I did, I ended up nicking a forklift from.
I think you took the forklift from the shop, didn't you? There's always that forklift that goes on the fifth wheel attachment, but then again, you still need a tractor.
The forklift that goes on the fifth wheel attachment.
On the sorry, not fifth wheel. 3-point linkage. In the shop under where am I gonna find it?
There is no forklift, is there?
There is. Let's see if I remember exactly where it is.
Miscellaneous?
Yeah, it's under miscellaneous. It's called by a company called Wifco.
Whippo. What, the HMZ
Yeah,
340?
it's like a forklift that goes on the 3-point linkage.
Hmm.
But you obviously still need a tractor.
To do it.
Right, so that's all the canola sold.
Not bad
So I seem to
price.
remember we were at 345 when we first started, so we're pretty much back there.
I'm picking up the
Oats.
oats.
He knows the oats, folks.
So where's the best? Rain mill, to be honest.
Hi, Skoda.
I think a
Grain
lot of
mill.
it's. I think a lot of it's going to be grain mill.
Yeah, but I'm not. The better
And a lot of
price.
your pallets are going to be the market in the city, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Usually the case.
The better price was.
What we call Crest Valley, but
Was
that involves using the
Goldcrest.
train. I'm not sure if the trick we use on the Longa would work on this map. And then you have to watch out you didn't get trained in the process.
Oh yeah, but you mean drive it to the edge of the.
Drive it onto the sell point.
Yeah. Wouldn't know where the sell points are, to be honest.
Well, the rail track is that like raised bloody thing in it.
Yeah. Like, well, how the fuck now to get up there to do it?
With
Maybe they-
style.
Yeah, but maybe they watched our videos and it's like, yeah, we'll stop them from doing that.
Yeah, well that just makes me more inclined to want to try and do it. Speaking about cultivators, there is a cultivator. I think I bought a cultivator towards the end of last episode. There is a cultivator in the shop.
Right, well, we bought one then.
Yeah, I thought we had done.
Well, we must have. If it's up the shop, we must have. Because we
Yeah.
didn't. Unless it came on the unless it was.
I think it was on the used market. I think it was on the used market.
And that's why you said. I think you said, yeah, there's one on the used market. Do you want
Yeah.
me to get it or something? Yeah, you did.
Good folks, innit? It wasn't that long ago we recorded, but we just totally forgotten.
It was only
A week ago.
a week ago.
It's not like we've had a gap in between. We literally. It's like we won't have any recording next Wednesday. Because I ain't here. I suppose you and Alan can. You're more than welcome to, but.
We might possibly do. We may do something else. Then
I am still here, folks. I'm just doing grass.
He's been a good little AI worker and just getting on with his job.
good thing is we're not actually talking to do it.
You're not supposed to tell him that yet.
Oh, I was being paid.
You've been paid in kindness.
Energy drinks.
You know, we feed you, isn't that enough?
No.
eat all the long grain rice you can eat.
I do feel sorry for farmers in real life, though, to be honest.
Oh, aye.
But you
Tough
know what?
time.
Well, you know why most of this. You know why most of the farmland gets sold, don't you? To these investor lot, so they put the houses on.
Yeah.
It's because
No, 43 grand.
that was the odds. And somebody will turn around and say, "Well, you're talking out your ass." Well, no, I'm not.
He's quite good at that, folks, but for once he isn't.
If a farmer inherits the farm, so say the farmer has inherited the farm from a family member who's passed away, but it's been in their family for generations. If they were to try to sell the farm, for example, and the farm is, I don't know, 2 million quid, they then have to pay 40% of 2 million before they can sell it.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
Because it's inheritance tax. They have to pay the inheritance tax.
Yeah.
Because they inherited it from a family member who'd passed away. And it's like, what the fuck? I mean, if we really think about it, farmers have kids. Kids aren't interested in wanting to farm anymore, for example. Well,
Let's be honest, can you blame them with the atmosphere that...
no, but what happens? That's one less farmer. And that if that trend continues and carries on, where's our food gonna come from?
Good.
Yes, you're relying on other countries for your food supply, which is never a great place to be in.
Yeah, but if you think about it, if it still happens, if it happens throughout the world, what do we do? You know what I mean? What do you do? If all the farmers suddenly stopped, what do we do?
Become vegetarians and eat vegetables.
Who do you think grows the vegetables?
Who do you think grows the veg?
Well, in that case, we all starve.
Yeah.
There you go.
The whole world becomes a third world.
It's, unless you, I mean, okay, there is a bunker. I'm not bullshitting you guys. There is a bunker somewhere within a top secret location that is growing food seeds. I wish I was making this shit up. It's an actual
No, you're not.
true thing.
Well, I know you're not.
And it's like, yeah, we would be relying on stuff like that to survive.
That vertical farm that we built in construction sim.
Well, yeah, you would. You'd have to grow it yourself. In a hydroponic sort of setup. And it's not worth thinking about. And people say, oh yeah, farmers are skin. Farmers are technically being skinted because of stupid inheritance taxes. That's why you see a lot of the whole farmland now going, because they're having to sell the land to pay for the inheritance tax.
Oh, look at Clarkson's farm. He showed you But you can't make a profit because then by the time you've actually made the profit money, that money's going back into the farm,
into the farm.
ready for the next season. So in theory, they're not really making any money.
No, but this is why a lot. This is why there's a lot of the farms are selling the land to developers, and houses are being built on farmland. There's a lot of houses being sprung up in places. But let me ask you this. Can any fucker afford them? Would anybody want to buy them? Because either it's on... To be honest, it's on land that could possibly flood, so you're a bit fucked when you have to try and sell it. Anyways, they're not big houses. Really? Are they?
Nope.
And then you get all this whack about we're gonna make more get whack from the whack jobs down in London. They're gonna make more
Affordable housing,
and it's like, yeah, but you've got all the developers coming in trying to build these houses, and no fucker can afford them. You're doing all this shit anyways that's going on currently with all the stuff, and it's like, so why sprout all this bollocks of affordable housing if no fucker can afford it?
If I was to buy a house, I'd go up north because for me, it's cheaper.
Well, yeah,
it
would be. Well, it's what I said when I went down your neck of the woods. Fuel.
Look at me. I had to move from the area that I was in to be able to afford to buy, because just...
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, going down to Alan's neck of the woods, even fuel costs more.
Cool. So,
Chickens.
in comparison from where I am, if I drive 100 miles, I think it's 100 miles, it's about an hour away from where I live, my auntie.
Fuck me.
And fuel's actually cheaper.
Right, what?
Where she is.
Go on. I don't know if you can find it on your phone. How much is fuel down there for petrol?
Actually, I will be able to tell you because of my rig map.
Have you not got the RSA app? You can find the fuel prices in there. The My RSA app, you can actually get your fuel prices up. You only get 5 searches a day now. Did you say a field need rolling, by the way?
2 fields that Alan's planting, both one riggable and one rolling, yeah.
So which fields has he done?
2 bits of field 9.
Have you done top half or bottom half of 9?
You've done what I would class as the top half, the bit nearest the farmyard. I think you might be...
The cheapest is 132.7.
Right, so we're actually on par then.
But you go to other places.
Oh yeah, you go to other places.
You're looking at 135.7.
Yeah.
I think that's the most expensive one I can see. But I think that's motorways. Oh no, 135.9, which is BP.
Wow.
And SO.
Yeah.
Is that the motorway one? No, it's not. That's a cheapy little one. I mean, Asda's is 133.7. Sainsbury's 134.
Not on par then.
134.9 for Sainsbury's. Tesco's is 133.9.
Okay, you're not on par.
Hashtag not sponsored.
I mean, generally, I go to Tesco for fuel.
I use SO these days most of the time.
We don't, yeah, but it's alright for you. We don't have an SO.
Oh, today's UK average for fuel prices for unleaded is 136.1.
Really?
Yeah. And diesel is 142.6. That's today's UK average.
What is that on your app or RSC
Yeah.
app?
That's on the RAC app.
Well, I've got 131.9. The 4.2p cheaper than UK average.
Right. Yeah, but I think it takes it from where you are.
Yeah. So the cheapest here is for me is Tesco.
So yeah, there is a
I
massive
don't-
difference in prices.
Yeah, and I don't actually need to fucking put any fuel in my car.
I'll tell you exactly where
Weirdly
my
enough.
Where's my app? There it is.
8 can't be rolled, can it? Because 8's got stuff on.
8's already gone past the growing point of being rolled, yeah.
Okay. That is fine. Have you seen the April Fools of STH?
Yes.
So my auntie lives 50 miles away.
I was about to say, if you were doing 100 miles an hour, mate, you were tanking on.
I was going to say, yeah.
So it's actually cheaper 50 miles away.
Well, you wouldn't travel 50 miles just to save the money, because that wouldn't be worth it.
No.
You know, if you were going that way to see her or something, yes, fuel up while you're there.
Yeah.
Well, that's what.
But I would
we
never,
did.
I would never say to anybody to drive that length of distance to save 3 or 4 pence a litre.
I mean,
Because
we
you'd
had,
burn more than you'd save.
we still had about half a tank of fuel, but it was just easier to.
Yeah, but
top up.
you're there anyway. Bring me, yeah.
Guys,
Also,
Snowing.
work quickly.
It's snowing.
no, it's going.
Knowing.
Yeah, but I don't think it affects so much of the planting side. It's just harvesting.
Problem is, I don't know, because I don't think we've ever planted in the snow, have we?
Yeah, I think the only thing you make it difficult for if you're not using guides is seeing where you'd be.
Yeah. What was that?
23 grand.
That was all the rice rolls, some rice bags, and some enoki mushrooms.
Nice.
Nice.
I mean, I'll be honest, once Chris has finished rolling them fields, we're kind of done for the day. We could always skip to the next day.
Yeah.
There's nothing else I particularly need to do today.
Breeze looking a bit frosty.
Yeah, I don't think. I'm not sure about fertilising, but that can wait.
I can wait.
Well,
I think field 3 and possibly half of 4 will be ready to harvest next time.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
The canola and also the oats. And possibly even that long grain rice in the middle. But at least all them fields are nice and together, so it's pretty easy.
then you just might as well just.
Where is
Now-
the harvest? Is it up at the top one, bottom one?
Oh,
Well, the header trailer's at the bottom.
yeah, the harvest is at the top.
I'll bring that down now then, because I've just finished what I was doing.
Now, here's a little bit of a question for you.
Little story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down.
No comment.
Do, 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 do.
The long grain rice. That will
Yeah.
will that have to get taken up to the first farm?
Well, currently the
Oh,
production
what?
for it's up here. I mean, we can always, for now, just dump it in the silo down there.
Yeah, but what are we actually gonna do? With
I mean,
it?
I'm almost tempted now. What's people's thoughts? Do we need the silo up here? Because if we sell this up here, we can sell field 28.
Is the
But we still
silo
going to give him the silo
is,
balance.
is the silo empty?
Should be, yeah.
I'm
I'm pretty sure if you try
all
and
you
sell
have
it with
to
stuff in, he start giving you the money for it anyway.
Because all you have to do is obviously we've got the rice field up the top there anyway, so but that can be brought down anyway. It's not a major problem.
You know, I was thinking we have got the production's currently up at the old farm.
But is it worth keeping the production there?
Well, we wouldn't sell it till it had run out of stuff anyway.
Well, there's
because
no,
you lose the product that's inside it.
well, that's what I mean. There's no point really taking. You know, we can harvest the long grain and stuff, but there's no point taking it up there because I think we should.
Focus on getting the production down here.
I think we should move it.
Yeah, I thought. I was going to say with 400 going, we might be able to even afford to buy because there'll be one on the map, which will be a bigger one, which will process a lot faster. Them little ones are all. I was about to suggest actually we could probably sell the little sawmill that's up there
Yeah, we can.
because we now
Yeah.
own the big sawmill.
Yeah, I'd rather sell the small
Oh yeah, 100%.
productions. But what I'm saying is, I don't know if there was a rice.
The Wolf Corn, this map was all about the rice. There's going to be a rice production on the map somewhere, I would imagine.
Maybe.
Well, it's a canning factory, innit?
Is it?
Yeah, which I know where that is.
Yeah, but
I'm just a bit busy driving a harvester down a road with no header trailer, so I'm trying to avoid traffic at the moment.
I mean, there's because we were gonna look at doing things like the greenhouses. Haven't we already got greenhouses going?
Yeah, we
We've
already
got
have
one
down here.
going.
That's what I mean.
There was one on this piece of land, so we just started
It's
setting it up.
It's got pallets already outside, so they just need moving.
Yeah, we're growing everything we need to make kimchi.
Kimchi.
Now, growing it all from one is going to be a bit slow. We could really do with multiple, but for now, we just got us going.
Yeah. Because, like I said, maybe we just.
Give me a second, let me just park this thing up a minute.
What I'm saying is maybe we get everything. You know, shut the. Don't
I mean,
sell.
we can buy the big canning factory for 330 grand.
Our money gone.
It is, but at the same time, it would produce a lot faster than that little one we've currently got up at.
Because I'm not. How much is it? 300 and what?
330,000 of our.
Right, so that would leave us with what? About 100,000, just over.
Be just under.
No, it won't be now because he's.
I've just sold the old sawmill. I've just sold the old
right.
sawmill.
So.
A little.
It would leave us with just under 130 grand. No?
Like I say, I wouldn't sell the little canning factories up there yet, because the little canning factories, preserved food factories, got products in it.
What about selling the rice saplings? I think we've got quite a few rice saplings, haven't we? Or
Yeah, I
am
don't think they
them?
sell for a great deal, but bear me 1 second, I'm just going to sort some stuff out.
Well, no,
Actually,
keep the rice saplings, but sell the building for now.
We can't sell the building.
I think we can.
No, because if we sell the building with the land on, it's where the field is.
No, it means just sell the greenhouse off the land. He means.
But what's the point? Why do we just shut it down? Because we're going to need rice saplings for down here and up there.
We've already got some eggs as well.
David disappeared, didn't he? Second.
Right, so 9's done.
What do you mean? Just needs rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Right.
I
I
mean.
mean, if I look at it now quickly, I could sell that greenhouse.
Did you mute?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, but I.
To be really honest, that greenhouse is only worth 1,500 quid.
Well, that's why I said. What's the point in selling it? Why just not turn it off? 'Cause
We've got a lot of saplings already there. We've got quite a
We're
stock.
gonna need saplings up there and down here, so.
I mean, that silo up there is worth.
Well, no,
30
because
grand.
we're not gonna need saplings down there, down here, are we?
No, because
maybe.
saplings are staying up here.
Yeah.
I'm just turning.
Saplings are the
Yeah,
field.
just turn it off.
And what are we doing about field 28? with the old site with the other silo.
Well, the silos were 30 grand to sell. Now the question we've got is, I mean, just for reference, the preserved food factory can hold 24,000 litres of rice. It's got 6 in, so if we end up producing more than that, what do we do with it? Now, if we buy this other canning factory, obviously we'll be able to put some in there.
Yeah, I know. We know that.
But it's just been hauling it across the map.
It's not a difficult thing.
And I'm almost kind of the point where if we leave that silo there, if we do get more off these rice fields than we intend,
Yeah.
and field 28, I said before, we can just I'd just pave over this and this can become production land.
Yeah.
We can always put a couple of productions up here.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh,
So what are we thinking?
nothing at the moment. I'm just rolling this through.
Well, this rice up here is ready to harvest.
Where?
Is it? I know it's still 1 month away.
Field 30 is ready to harvest.
Oh God. I think that must mean they both will be, will it? Yeah, 30 and 31. It's all.
Yeah.
So that's a job for next time. So one of us can get on with that up there while somebody else does like the canola and that down
I
here.
mean, is he going to be... Yeah, but is he going to be... He can't... Is it only rain that affects the yield?
Snow does as well.
Yeah, snow does.
I'm saying not. I'm still saying that once Chris is happy, we skip tonight.
Well, can I
I'm
finish...
talking about this for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm saying once you finish what you're doing, is
Yeah, that's what I mean, but
exactly what I said.
can I finish rolling? Otherwise...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Do
because
the
their way
job
looks
you're doing
dry.
there. Because at the moment it's
Ooh, May looks like fun.
tornadoes.
Huh?
Tornado.
What? Really?
Tornado.
A tornado.
Yes, I said what? Really?
That's what the weather forecast is saying. Yeah.
Interesting. Because it's the first... This will be the... If that's going to be the
I've
case...
had one in my
I know
single
you
player
have...
series. Which, check that out now on the channel, folks, if you haven't already.
No, check it out on TikTok. As well.
No, check out the full episode.
Yes, check the short clip out on TikTok and check the full episode out on the channel.
The watch this is... Yeah, that was the short one. Once you are done, once you are done...
I will give you a bit of advice, though.
Go on.
You maybe need to look at your audio.
Possibly, I'll look into that.
It's just because I've noticed even off that short clip, your levels don't seem right.
Fair enough, I'll have a look into it. Once you are done, Chris,
Yes.
one of us goes up harvest 30-31. Can we take the little truck? Offload into.
Yeah, I'll go and do the rice up there.
Then me and Alan then, or me or Alan can start off on these 3 fields down here. They're going to be ready.
Curious question.
Go ahead.
When's there been a lake at the bottom of 8?
There isn't, it's a paddy field. When you get a bit closer, the long grain starts spawning in.
Yeah, exactly.
It does look like a lake at a distance.
I know.
It looks like a pond.
But
And then as you get closer, the rice starts spawning in.
do you get what I mean about the engine being very outdated?
Yeah.
It does the old FS22 trick.
So, well, if you don't notice in the past, you'll see fields will just look like yellow until you get closer and the crop will spawn in.
Yeah.
I probably get that worse than you because of my graphics card, but yeah, I somehow have noticed.
Yeah, but...
So what do we think? 330 grand for the canning factory, I think it's an investment. I know it's a chunk of money.
Yeah, but like I said, if it'll leave us under what, or just under 130 grand, yeah?
Which isn't too bad. That's not like we're up against the wall there.
Well, it's not like we're... It's not like what we've done to ourselves.
Yeah. Plus, there's stuff at the cement factory to be moved up to the temple. there's quite a bit of stuff at the sawmill.
Well, I can get harvesting if you want to start moving that stuff.
Yeah, I can do that. It's just what would I use? Because I'll need. If Chris is going to use the.
I'm using the proper. I'm using the actual. I'm using.
If you use the truck, if we put the tipper sides back on it.
Well, if you wanted. Did you not?
I can always use the Agco tractor with a rent a flatbed trailer.